happy Monday to you. Thank you so much for joining our Happy Little Stitch Shop Flosstube. I am Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. And happy Monday, everyone. How was your weekend? I can't believe we're at the start of a new week. Last week seemed to fly by. Oh my gosh. And it was a busy weekend. And now here we are ready for a new week. And this is birthday week, you guys. So 4 birthdays this week. It's going to be an exciting week. My kids, my boys start basketball today, so they were very excited about that, having basketball after school today. So the basketball season is officially starting for them. My girls do not have stuff. My daughter is in between, my oldest is in between volleyball and basketball right now, so she has a little bit of a break, which is good because she came down with a little bit of a head cold at the end of last week and over the weekend. And so hopefully she can get her feet under her again before she jumps into another season. And my middle daughter, her season starts pretty soon. I think it starts next week, actually. So she has another week of kind of hanging out. But this weekend was a good weekend. It was nice out. Fall has officially arrived here. It is cold. It started to rain yesterday and it got really, really windy. And so it was just very windy and cold and, cozy weather for sure. So fall is officially here. It started out really windy and rainy here, but now the sun is out. But fall is here. Time for cozy sweaters and warm quilts. That's what I have to say. But we have been trying to get stuff done around the house. And so it was a busy weekend of house stuff and some stitching stuff. I have some stuff to share with you guys today. And of course, shop stuff. So it's busy. But how were all of your weekends? Did everybody have a good weekend? Anything exciting? Let me say hello to some people. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Felicia. Hello, Kathy, Karen. It says great to be here on time. I hope everyone is well. I hope you are well too. Hello, Sandy. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Tammy S. Hello. Let me see. Gayleen, happy Monday to you all. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hello, Jen. She says, driving home from dropping off my oldest at college. I won't be able to chat, but I'm here. Have safe travels, please. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Margaret. Glad to start off my week with you all. I'm so glad you're here, Margaret. Hello, Janet. Hello, Mary. Hello, Tammy P. Monday did get here fast. The weekend went fast. We did have 2 movie nights this weekend with like no activities. That's one of the really nice things is just to be able to, kind of sit down and have some downtime with your whole family there. Because during activities, it's like, the week is shot for sure. So there's no way you can fit in something during the week. And then even with the weekends, it's like there's a soccer game here, or there's a basketball tournament or a volleyball tournament or whatever. We're kind of in between all of that right now. So we took advantage and we had 2 movie nights. So the first movie night was my youngest son's turn to pick. And he picked a Halloween movie. He picked Haunted Mansion. So we watched that, which if you know my kids, my middle boy is like, if he sees his own shadow, he will jump. Like he's just very jumpy. And like ever since he was little, and it has not changed, he would hide his face when something is happening, but yet he's still trying to see what's going on, or he wants someone to tell him, but he doesn't want to watch it. And so most of Haunted Mansion, he had pillows, he had his ears covered. He was trying to like leave the room. I said, come back here and sit down. There's nothing even scary. Like just sit down. It'll be fine. So he was not a huge fan of that movie. And then the next night, it was my husband's turn to pick. And then next is my turn. So my husband picked a ridiculously long movie. It's like 3 hours long. He picked Avatar, which is an older one. He really loved that movie. I never went to see it. And so he picked that for everybody to watch. And everybody seemed to like it. So that one seemed to be a hit. So yes, it was a quick weekend. It got here fast. Tammy S., I had my brick house in timeout. I miscounted one stitch up the side of the house and had to take it all out. Oh no, Tammy. I hate it when that happens. Oh, I feel like so deflated for you. I am so sorry that that happened. That is so frustrating. Sandy, yay, happy 13th to them all. Thank you, Sandy. Oh my goodness, I kind of can't believe it. Even reading it, it's like, oh my gosh, they're going to be 13. Hello, Beth. Hello, 906 Stitcher. Hello, Bonnie. Happy you are here. Hello, Lonnie. The wind and rain is on its way here, says Debbie. Hello, Kara. Hello, Susan. Hello, Elizabeth. We spent our Saturday at Waldvogel's Pumpkin Patch. Ooh, I would love to go to a pumpkin patch. We have not done that yet this year. And we usually try to do that. We try to go to an apple orchard or a pumpkin patch every fall, and we have not done it yet. I hope it was fun. I bet it was a beautiful day. Hello, Anne. Hello, Laura. Carrie says we had a crazy fun weekend with 2 new kittens in the house. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, I was able to still get some stitching done since they nap a lot. Well, that's good. Hello, Betty. 2 movie nights. Yeah, it was nice. So I got a little bit of stitching time in. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Morgan. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Kim. Kim says, hi, Angela. I kind of want to watch the new Addams Family. I'm scared of spooky movies. Is Haunted Mansion scary? It is not scary. It is not scary. No. Like okay, just to give you an idea for my middle son, there are things, okay, so we got out Winnie the Pooh to watch with my little one, who, I don't know how old she was. She was maybe 2 or almost 2, like toward the beginning of her second year. And my middle son was like tense during parts of Winnie the Pooh. So Haunted Mansion is not scary. No. There are some jump factor points to it. Like there are some things that can legit make you jump, but it's not frightening. No. Getting ready to have a knee replacement. Nancy, lining up lots of stitchy things to do in between PT. You be safe. So today we're saying prayers for Tammy, who's having her broken leg, the second surgery on her broken leg. So I hope that that all goes well. We're sending good thoughts and prayers to her. And then tomorrow we need to keep Nancy in our thoughts and prayers for your knee replacement surgery. I hope it goes well. A house full of teenagers, so excited for them, says Kim. I recommend checking out all those because there is so much fun stuff to do. And check out Fun for All Ages. Where is it? I'm going to have to look it up. Elizabeth. Is it like way up north towards you? I'm going to have to look that up. Hello, Jill. Sending happy healing to you, Nancy. Yes, prayers for Tammy and Nancy. Absolutely. You guys have a safe and successful surgeries, and then lots of stitching time and lots of recovery. That's what I'm hoping. Between Beaver Dam and... Oh, okay. So that might not be too bad. I mean, Beaver Dam's not that far away. I'm going to have to look it up because we've never been to that one. We've been to ones down, around here. I can't remember the names of them. Ten Eyck is in one, and Schuster's, I guess. I don't remember all of them, but we usually try different ones out. So that's a good, thank you, Elizabeth. I'm going to have to check that out. Okay. So I have some stuff for you guys. Some new stuff came into the shop, so I'm going to share that with you. I've done, because we had so many comments last week, which is awesome. For our giveaway, I did a random name drawer. So I have the name drawn. I took a picture of it once it was done. So it's on my phone. I'm going to show you that picture when we announce the winner at the end. And I actually have some stitching progress to share with you guys. Happy birthday to the kiddos, said Stacy. Thank you so much. I just went through the scary surgery stuff. Yours was on Friday. I couldn't remember when yours was. Good luck to Nancy and Tammy. Tammy, I am so glad that you are doing okay. Are you feeling okay? Because Friday's not that long ago. Are you feeling okay? And are you just kind of sitting back and relaxing and recuperating? Or You're not still in the hospital, are you? Are you still in the hospital? Have you been discharged? I hope it went well. Gosh, so many people are having stuff going on right now. Holy cow. So Tammy S, I hope you are doing well. And the same for you. Like good recovery, good recuperation, and hopefully some stitching time. Will you be able to sit and stitch for a while and just recuperate, Tammy? I hope that you're able to just lay low and get some stitching in and recuperate and feel better. Feel better. Okay, where to start? Where to start? I'll start with my progress. How does that sound? Getting my booster shot tomorrow. Oh, good. Good for you. Okay, so I actually have some progress to share. So for our stitch alongs, one of the stitch alongs that I'm working on right now is our stitch card teeny tiny pillow stitch along. Please pray for BFF Tammy T, surgery on her leg right now. Yes, Holly, hello. We were just talking about her and saying so many people are having surgeries and procedures right now. Nancy has knee replacement surgery tomorrow. Your Tammy is having surgery right now. Tammy S just had surgery on Friday. So everybody take care of yourselves and get better. Praying for like a complete happy little stitch shop community return to good health and no surgeries. That would be lovely. So we're working through stitch card set C, which is what we're on right now. And this is supposed to be done in October, this little skate right here. So I started it Friday night and I finished it Saturday. Look, I don't have it finished into a pillow, but there's my skate. Kimberly, I got to go to a wedding Friday and took the littlest grandkid to the pumpkin patch Saturday. Oh, Kimberly, that's so cute. I bet they loved it. So there is my finished skate. I just need to turn her into a pillow. It was fun and quick to stitch, very satisfying. Those skate laces are so darling. They're so darling. When I finished stitching those laces, I was like, oh, that is so cute. So on my sparkly Desert Opalescent Lugana from Wachel, 25 count, there's my little skate. So she is done and ready for me to quick turn her into a pillow. So that'll be a quick finish. That looks great. Angela says Sandy. OMG, gosh, I love it, says Lonnie. Can you stitch card? You stitch card D in stock, Angela? I do, yeah. I think I have all of the stitch cards through the last one released, which was J. So A through J, and those are all the ones that are released as of right now. A through J stitch cards are all in stock. And we're moving on to D next. I'm loving that fabric. I love it too, Tammy. It's one of my favorites. Love the skate on the shimmer fabric. And even some of the shimmer comes through the skate just a tish. So parts of the skate look a little shimmery too. I thought that was kind of cool. Looks a little sparkly. Super cute skate. Sparkly, says Susan. I finished mine this weekend too, Carrie, but your cloth is much prettier. It's super fun. And I would really say for people who are stitching on Aida and want to try something different or want a stepping stone to kind of work up to linen, I would say Lugana is a really, really good option. The cloth is fabulous, just in general. It handles really, really nicely. 25 count, 28 count are both really manageable sizes to stitch, and it gets you used to stitching over 2, which is good. It's really nice. It's good practice in preparation for linen. So if you're feeling pretty comfortable on Aida or you want to switch it up a little bit, I would say Lugana is a good middle ground. I love the fabric, says 906 Stitcher. I love that, says Beth. Quick stitches are so much fun. They are. I will go shopping after this, says Lonnie. Kim, hi everyone, just popping for a minute. Hello, Kim. Trying to get the last house cleaning done before my hand surgery tomorrow. There's another surgery. Will be so relieved to get this done. I knew yours was coming up too, Kim, but I couldn't remember when it was. So positive energy and thoughts and prayers to Kim too. I hope your hand surgery goes well, and hopefully um you can maybe update us on Thursday if you're well enough and let us know that you are doing okay. Oh my goodness. Lori Willis, so adorable. Thank you, Lori. Hello, Jenny. Done with work for the day. That's awesome. So Pretty Angela says, Victoria, loving the Lugana fabric. New for me. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it, Nancy. What do you mean stitch over two? I've only stitched 14 and 16 count. So on 14 and 16 count, you stitch over one, which just means you go from one hole to the next hole. You don't skip any holes. The stitching over two actually refers to the number of threads. And so on the number of threads in the cloth that you stitch over. So on 25 count Lugana, you can still stitch over one and just go from one hole to one hole to make an X like you normally would. But I need some paper. When you stitch over two, you skip a hole. Aha. Okay. I'm gonna use this. Ooh. I'm gonna use this to explain. So when you're stitching on Lugana or on Ada, you have four holes like that, right? And you stitch bottom to top here, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. And then you stitch bottom to top here to make the X. When you're stitching over two, you have hole, a hole, a hole. Your X will look more like this. So instead of stitching from here to here, you're going to skip that hole and you're going to stitch from here all the way up to there. And then when you come back, you're going to stitch all the way up there. So you skip a hole here, 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 and here. So that is what stitching over two means. And when you get to the higher counts, you stitch over two typically. That's what people do. 25 count is still, a lot of people stitch over one, depending on what size you want your finished project to be. Some people stitch over two. So that's what I did on that. On this, I stitched over two. So I skipped a hole in between. But once you get up to like 32 count, 36 count, 40 count, typically people stitch over two. Otherwise, your X's would be teeny tiny. So when you're stitching on 32 count, because you're stitching over two, it actually equates to 16 count. So that's why 16 count Ada and 32 count linen are they're interchangeable because the finished size ends up being the same size. If that makes sense, Carrie, I hope that helps. Do I care Linda cloth? No, Lori, I've never heard of it. What is Linda cloth? It's really nice too. Carrie says, got it. Wonder if I'll be able to see those little holes. So enter magnifying lights. Magnifying lights. It has been a game changer for me, and I will show you why in just a second. I would suggest 25 count. That's a good next step, I think. If you're doing Carrie, if you're stitching on 16 count and you're pretty comfortable with it, I would try 25 count. I can stitch 25 count without a magnifier. It's easier with it. You know, like I would recommend if you've got the cross stitch bug, just invest in a magnifying light. It's going to be worth it. I waited a really, really long time and now I have one and I'm like, oh, it's so much better. I'm probably going to invest in another one. Like that's how much of a game changer it is. And then there'll be no stopping you because you'll be able to see everything. So I would suggest 25 count Lugana. That would be a good next step after 16 count Ada. Great explanation. Thank you, Debbie. Angela, do you have the sparkly cloth in your shop? I sure do. If you search for Desert Opalescent, it will pop up. And I have more to cut. So if I'm going to look, if by chance it's not in the shop, or it says sold out. But I think I have plenty. Yeah. Yep. It's in there, and I have a good amount, and I have more to cut, and I'm gonna be ordering more. I should just start ordering it by the bolt because I go I sell through so much of it. So, yes, it is in the shop now, Susan. Have you seen the mint opalescent Ada? Pretty sure that I want to stitch. No, Stacy. Who's it by? Stacy. The mint opalescent Ada, because it sounds fabulous and I would like to see it. Yeah, stitchy readers too, Tammy. That's a really good point. Stitchy readers do help with being able to see those holes. So if you don't wear glasses, you just use those stitchy readers to magnify your stitch area while you're stitching. That's really good. Um, if you do wear glasses, I have worn the stitchy readers over my glasses as like a take on, take off bifocal. So they really do help. Can't stitch 14 or 16 without it. Oh, good. So you're already used to it. So then I think that it'll be great for you to I would just get up one piece, like don't go crazy. Just get one piece of 25 count Lugana with a little project that you want to do on it. Like maybe those stitch cards would be perfect and give it a try. It's a small, quick project. But then you're not investing too much if you don't end up liking it. Beth says, Angela, did you get the custom orders in for the cloth? I did get, so I had a bunch of custom orders, and I believe that one that was on back order just arrived, but I haven't had a chance to open it yet. And then the other ones have not shipped to me yet. They have been ordered now for a little bit, and they haven't shipped to me yet, but I would expect for them to ship it to me very soon. I'm expecting a shipping notification any day now. Beth, which one did you get? Was it, which stitch along was it for? You weren't waiting for the rain, the country French rain, were you? That's the one that I think has arrived, but the other ones have not yet. Lonnie, I take my glasses off to stitch on anything. Oh, you do? I'm gonna give it a try. Yay, Carrie. Can we get custom size of opalescent cloth? Yes. I just cut a yard for somebody. Yeah. Who's gonna do what? Santa's Village, I think, on it. So yes, you can get custom cut anything. Some of them I have on hand and I can cut right away and get it out the door to you. When you do custom cloth, sometimes it can take a little bit because then I need to order it. And if I have enough to place an order, then sometimes I can order it right away. But if I don't, then sometimes I wait till I have enough to place an order. And then can sometimes take them a little bit to get it to me. So as long as you're not in a hurry, I can get anything you want for custom cloth. If you're in a hurry, then it would be limited to what I have on hand. But yes, the opalescent for sure. And if you contact me sooner rather than later, I have some of that opalescent cloth that I haven't cut up yet. Zweigart is the maker I think I needed. I'm gonna look into it. And Stacy, can you just send me an email to remind me? Mint opalescent, so I don't forget, because I would like to look into it and see if my suppliers have it. Is there a Lugana we could stitch Nutcracker on instead of the linen or Ada? What is the size of that? Let me look. I want to know what the stitch count is of it. Are you stitching it, Nancy, all as one? Is that your plan? To stitch all as one is 236 by 217. That would be 19. 217. So 19, so you'd need 23 by like 22. Yeah. So if you did 25 count Lugana for the Nutcracker series, which I think that sparkle one would look wonderful for it. if you did 25 count Lugana and you stitched over 2, you would need a piece of cloth about 23 by 23, 22 by 23, but I'm gonna just do a square of 23 by 23. So yes, you could do it on that sparkly cloth. You just need a custom piece of cloth for it because I think the fat quarter size for that is 18 by 28, if I'm not mistaken. I think the fat quarter size for the opalescent is, yeah, 18 by 28. So you can do it on that for sure. You would just need a custom cut of it, Nancy. No, it was the country French latte. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, that's right. So that one has been ordered, still has not shipped to me, Beth. But I'm hoping that it's gonna be shipping to me soon, like early this week, because I also have some stitch along items that are in there that I need to ship for stitch alongs. So it's supposed to be here soon. I was thinking it was gonna ship last week and it hasn't shipped yet. I just think 32 count is going to be a lot for my eyes. So yeah, that's another option for you, Nancy, is the Lugana, 25 count Lugana. I think it would look beautiful on desert opalescent, but I think most things would look beautiful on desert opalescent. But the color is pretty similar to what the sample was stitched on. And then it's just going to add a little bit of sparkle to it. I think it'll be great. I'm going to contact you after Flosstube because I have a question about the backing I want and then to get custom piece. That sounds good. Sounds good, Tammy. Just an FYI, says Morgan. You can dye white opalescent fabric with Rit Dye. The opalescent strands don't hold the dye. Oh, that's good to know. I don't do a dyeing of my own cloth, but I love the look of it. And so that's really good to know, Morgan. Okay, so that's my progress on Stitch Cards Set C. And I'm so happy to have it done. I felt like I was in such a rut, you guys. And then, I don't know, I just have not had my stitching and quilting mojo has been completely off. And I've been super tired lately. So have you checked the Facebook group? Lots of people are interested in Luminous Fiber Art Snowflake. I did see your email. And I'm going to put that out there for a stitch along reservation. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the thread. None of my suppliers carry that thread. And so I don't think I'm going to be able to get set up with a supplier soon enough to order it and get it here. So I'm not sure about the thread. DMC, no problem. Classic Colorworks, no problem. Weeks Dye Works, no problem. But that special thread, I still haven't gotten. I would like to expand into that someday, but I don't have a supplier who carries it right now. So that's my hang up with that. So I need to figure that out. Have you seen 11 count Ada in opalescent? Do they make it? Just found it in white, so I stocked up, but would like to try cloth with a little sparkle in it. I've not seen 11 count. We do have in the shop 14 count and 16 count Ada white with sparkle in it that has the opalescent. So we have 14 and 16 count in the shop in that. But I've not seen 11 count, but I've not really looked for 11 count either. So maybe I need to check where I got the other opalescent that I have, the white opalescent, and see if it comes in 11 count. It could. I mean, clearly it does because you're able to get it. So my supplier probably has it. I just haven't looked at it, but I can do that if you would like some. Hello, Valeria. Hello, Colleen. So glad you are here. Okay, so let's move on to my next. Okay, I didn't really make any progress on this week. I didn't. I've been in a little bit of a rut with this, what's it called? Brick House Sampler. So this is where I'm at so far with it. I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana mushroom. And I'm still excited and anxious to get to that bird. I just have to find my groove again with stitching. And then this was my whip for the week. I'm trying to pick out 3 things that I want to focus on to work on each week. Hugs and kisses to all. You too, Valeria. I hope you're doing well. So this is Pumpkin Park by Little Stitch Girl. I didn't make any progress on this either. That's where we're at with that. I still am hopeful to get some progress made on it. So this one might still stay in my rotation for this week, although, I mean, why? Why? Is Classic Colorworks, so maybe Cotton Classic Colorworks has a comparable color. I will have to look into it, Jenny. So Classic Colorworks makes that? I didn't know that. I would like to look at that. How cute, says Valeria. Victoria says, gorgeous, Angela. I'm on the green box part with my brick house. Can't wait to finish this section. Me too. So you and I are pretty close to the same spot then, Victoria. I do. Pumpkin Park, Valeria. Yep, it's in the shop. Pumpkin Park by Little Stitch Girl. That's in the shop. I'm also going to toss back into my rotation this week, Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. Because I haven't even started my October section. Oh, have I? No. Yes. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I did. I did start my October section. I just got the outlines done. So I want to stitch up those 2 flowers, and I'm hoping, we'll see. I'm hoping that I can get those 2 flowers stitched this week. And then I'll be at least on track with some of my stitch alongs. So this one is going back in the rotation this week to focus on and hopefully get some progress to share with you for next week. Oh, you did your bird. Oh, I'm itching to get to that bird. I think it's so cute. Krylon makes a spray opalescent with silver or gold that is specifically for fabric. Once it dries, it's permanent. I sprayed fabric and then stitched on it. It works perfectly. Oh, that's cool. Can you use Classic Colorworks in place of DMC? I've never used a different brand of floss before. You can, yes. There are some conversions online. So if it's like, DMC 310 and you want to find a compatible Classic Colorworks, sometimes you can find those conversions online. They're not all out there, and sometimes you can't trust what you find. But it might tell you, like, I don't know what would be a good conversion for 310, like black coffee, maybe. I don't know. But some of those conversions are online. So if you have a chart that has all DMC colors, and let's say you have a big section, like a house to stitch, and you want it to have some of that variegation in it. With the smaller pieces, it might not be so necessary because the variegation really isn't going to come through. So it's more cost effective to just use DMC for any small sections of your stitch. But if you have a big object in your stitch, like a house or a body of water or something like that, it would be cool to have that variegation in there. So then sometimes you can find those conversions online if it's not already on the pattern. I wish I did my brick house on 28 instead of 16. Oh, you do? Yeah, it's except you probably saved yourself the headache of cutting your cloth wrong and then having to rip it out and start over. I wouldn't have made that mistake if I had stitched on 16. Okay, and then yesterday I was trying to quilt. I got a few blocks done that I was working on, and I have been having this, I don't know, like I just am, my mojo is off. It's just really off right now. So I was in here working on stuff and it just wasn't going well. And I was so frustrated. And then I cut up for the next block and I was just like, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I just want to go sit down. And so I went and I sat down and I started stitching. And I had finished that block the day before. So then I was trying to figure out what I was going to stitch. And I pulled out a whip that was not in my rotation. Hello, Brandy. Blessings to all you ladies with your up and coming surgeries and those that are recovering. Yes, for sure. So I pulled out a whip that was not in my rotation for this week, but I really okay, this is part of the story too. So I got a shipment yesterday of some new patterns. Some new patterns arrived. And one of the ones that arrived on Sunday is the one that I want to do for my Sunday Sabbath stitch, A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare Peddler, which if you follow Lori Holt, you'll see that she's doing this on her floss tubes she's shared in the past. And I really love this one because the hymn that is on here is one that I used to sing in church growing up. And I just love it. I think that it's so pretty. I think that this one is so pretty. So I've been waiting for it to come in order to start my Sunday stitch. Well, then it came yesterday, and I was so tempted to just jump right into it. But I really want to stitch it on a higher count cloth. But I'm a little scared to do that because I don't see so well. And so I'm a little nervous. Yeah, Valeria, what is it? I need to snap out of it. So I'm working on snapping out of it. Oh, Jocelyn, I don't know that off the top of my head. If you send me an email, I can send you cost information, but I'd have to look it up. I don't remember. I got no Sabbath stitching done yesterday. So I want to stitch that on a higher count cloth, but I'm kind of scared to do it. And so now that I have my magnifier light, after I got done stitching one of my other pieces, I was like, okay, I'm going to pull that whip out and I want to see if I can see the 32 count linen better now that I have my magnifying light. And so this was one of my whips, Silver Creek Samplers. My Christmas List is the name of this one. I love this one. I think it's so darling. And I have had it for a while. And so I pulled this one out on my 32 count linen to see. I stitched it before without magnification, without light, and it went fine, but it wasn't relaxing. It was a little cumbersome, and it really made my eyes very tired. And so now that I have this magnifying light, I decided to pull it out. I made some progress. So I am stitching this on 32 count linen called Water Lily, which Lynn, our friend Lynn from our Happy Little Stitch Shop community, recommended to me to have in the shop because she loves this. She like uses this cloth a lot. And so when I was kitting this one up, I let my kids decide what cloth. I pulled out, like a bunch of different counts, a bunch of different colors, including like a blue mottled color. I think it was smoky blue, maybe. And this is the one that they picked. They picked this water lily linen. And so this I did yesterday. I had some of the lights done and the top done and family done. So I finished visit, the rest of the lights, the details on the tree, the car, and the snowflake yesterday. I started All Creatures yesterday with Kim's help and advice. Yay! Honestly, I was hesitant about higher counts as well, but I tried more than a few stitches on 40 count. And all of a sudden, I can stitch on 40 count. My eyes adjusted, I guess. On the month of the year, Prairie Stool website states 16 count, but no color designation. Can I talk with you about getting color equivalents with a Lugana? Yes, you sure can, Brandy. Yes, and how? Now Vicky is hooked. Hers is looking beautiful. A while back, did we vote on a different sampler to do at some point in the distant future? We sure did. I can't remember the name of it right now, but yes, we did. Elizabeth. No, I can't remember the name of it, Jenny, but yes, we did. And that's supposed to be in the new year that we're going to do that next sampler. Do you still have it? Yes, Water Lily is in the shop, Valeria. The water lily cloth is beautiful. Your progress is gorgeous. Thank you, Margaret. I have a Valeria. Yeah, so this is and it went really well, and I was engaged again in my stitching. So this is the thing, like, I have been feeling like, "Okay, I gotta sit down, I gotta get some stitching done," and even though I try not to have it feel that way, it just does feel that way. And so then you're trying to get through to meet, like, the deadline, right? So the fun thing about this is that this is not has no deadline, number 1. Number 2, I think stitching on a different cloth count and mixing it up a little bit engaged me again, right? Like, it was a change, it was a mix up, it's not like I'm just plopping down and stitching. It was different, and so it kind of got me invigorated again. I don't know. So I really loved this. I had a hard time putting this down yesterday, and I loved stitching on 32 count. So that's the moral of the story is that I jumped in. I think the magnifying light has really um, changed things up for me and giving me a little bit more confidence on some other things. So I'm loving this. I'm feeling like this is staying in the rotation this week because I really, really I enjoyed stitching it again. Stitching it yesterday. I enjoyed stitching again, which I've kind of been missing that a little bit. And so I'm really happy about that. Like, that's really good news, I think. I'm really happy about it. So here's my next question. You want me to kit my Christmas list for you? You have to stitch what is fun. So keep working on that one. Awesome. I'm so sorry. This is bugging me. What magnifying light are you using? Felicia, I'm using Halo Daylight. But it's not the portable one. It just plugs in. It's just like the portable one, except it plugs in and it's not portable. So that I got that one because it was cheaper. Some of the magnifying lights can be a little on the high end, but that one was more reasonably priced. And to try one out, I didn't want to go all in. But especially if I get like a designated stitching spot where I can just have all my stitching stuff there all the time, then I might get one of those floor ones that can be floor or table. So right now I have Halo by the Daylight Company, and I just got it on Amazon, Felicia. It costs like $50. So before that you were stitching Hometown Holiday, are you stitching many of them on one cloth or individually? I wondered how large of cloth I would need. So let me show you, Christy, what I'm doing. I'm so happy to hear that, Angela. It was probably a nice challenge and so pretty on that fabric. I have the roll one. It works great. Oh, good. Thank you. I will check it out. You are welcome, Felicia. So, Christy, let me show you that. But while I'm grabbing that to show Christy, this is what I want to start soon because it seems very calming and satisfying to me to have a Sabbath stitch. So I would like to start this soon. But do you guys want to vote or have input on what I stitched on? That's my question for you. Do you guys have any suggestions, recommendations on what cloth to stitch on? The cloth that it comes on is 40, the sample is stitched on, is 40 count Beach Brew by R&R Reproductions, which, by the way, I've reached out to R&R Reproductions to see if I can set up an account with them and have some of their fabrics. So hopefully they will respond to me with good news. I hope. Okay, Christy, yeah. So this is my Hometown Holiday. I'm stitching it on 25 count Desert Opalescent Lugana. And I decided that I'm going to stitch mine in rows of 4, but frame them separately. So I'm going to stitch 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, frame it, and then probably below it, I'm going to have another framed set of 4. Then another, I could see maybe doing 3 framed sets of 4 on a wall, and then maybe having the other framed sets elsewhere. So it depends on what you're stitching it on, but I can help you work through. This is the only one I've gotten done, but this is my cloth. The other thing I'm trying to decide how I want to arrange my town. So I'm trying to decide what to put next to the train station because in my brain, my town has to make sense. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to be next. But this is on that opalescence, so it's sparkly. But Christy, I can for sure. This is how I'm doing it, but I can for sure work with you if you just send me an email to help you figure out how you want to do it and what size cloth you would need to accomplish that. So I'm not stitching a bunch together. I'm stitching 4 in a row and then going from there. Yes. I'm excited about that. So I'm hopeful that they get back to me, Kim, with good news. Okay. So A Savior's Praise is in the shop at happylittlestitchshop.com. I put it in the shop. If anybody wants to Sabbath stitch that with me, I would love to stitch with you. Also in the shop, let me see here. This was recommended or requested through the Notify Me When Back in Stock button on our website. And I've just got the shipment in the Sunday shipment that I received, and I've gotten them all bundled up and back in the shop again. And it is Farmhouse Christmas bundle, series bundle. So all 9 charts are in this bundle. And I pulled my Farmhouse Christmas that I'm almost done with. I was so close. I need to get this done before this Christmas, for sure. I just have to do the border. I mean, look, I just need to finish that border and then get this framed. But this is the Farmhouse Christmas series by Little House Needleworks. We did this as a stitch along. It is lovely. Of course, mine is very wrinkly, but it was a really, really fun stitch along to do. So a lot of you have requested the series bundle to be put back in stock. I was able to get those charts. They were delivered over the weekend. And the bundle is now back in stock at happylittlestitchshop.com. Oh, Farmhouse Christmas, Felicia. The one that I stitched it on was called Clay Barn, I think. It's discontinued. It's not available anymore. However, and I stitched on 16 count Ada. However, Beautiful Beige 16 count Ada is a really, really good cloth for Farmhouse Christmas, as is Natural Light. That's another good one for Farmhouse Christmas. I would stick to probably those 2 if you want it to have kind of that same look as the one that I did or the one that's the sample is done on. Beautiful Beige or Natural Light 16 count or 14 count, depending on what count you like to stitch on. And if you need Beautiful Beige and it's not listed in the shop, Felicia, just let me know because I have some here, but it might not be online because of stitch alongs. You're welcome, Christy. Okay, so Farmhouse Christmas is back in stock. Also back in stock, you guys had asked about this last week. This is my Frosty Forest bundle. I have a bundle of this in the shop with the church substitution for the center. Again, I mentioned last week that when I used the church pattern, I kind of fudged it to make it look how I wanted it to look. So I didn't necessarily follow the pattern exactly. I followed the pattern exactly for the church, but then I put different trees in and added snowflakes wherever I wanted a snowflake and made my lawn in the front look the way that I wanted it to look. But this bundle is back in stock. So as part of Angela's Frosty Forest bundle, you get all 9 of these patterns that you see here, including this church substitution for the 9th pattern. And then you get the floss kit, the DMC floss kit for this entire series. And you get 16 count Touch of Gray Ada to stitch this on. That's what I used for this. So some of you were asking about this last week. I was able to get it back in stock, so it's back in stock now. I'd have to look, Tammy. Tammy says, could you stitch Farmhouse on 25 count? I would have to look at the um, stitch count for that. I mean, you just might have to get a custom cut of cloth in order to fit it on, but, for sure you could, yeah. If you can do higher counts, I'm stitching mine on 30 count portobello, which is the recommended fabric. It's very pretty. I've heard of that one and I've seen it. It is very, very pretty. You're stitching it on, that Farmhouse Christmas, yes. The called for fabric for Farmhouse Christmas is 30 count, portobello. That is right. Mhm. We just did ours on lower counts because I know a lot of people in this community like to stitch on 14 or 16 count. However, we are offering now a lot of our stitch alongs, you get a choice as to if you want to do 16 count or 32 count or, something like that. Okay, and then also back in stock as an individual pattern is Let Us Adore Him. This is the one that I used for the church in the center. As you can see, it's different than what mine looks like. Um, but this is available individually as well. So that's new in the shop. So back in stock, Purple Pumpkin Keeps by Scissortail Designs. This one, it has arrived and it is back in stock. I do ship to Canada, um, Andre, I sure do. Don't be alarmed by the default shipping cost on our website. So a lot of people have asked questions about that. The default shipping cost on our website for international orders is quite high, and the reason for that, um, is because that cost would probably cover a quilt kit for shipping cost, and not even cover a quilt kit. One time I shipped a quilt kit to Australia, and I had a flat rate shipping cost internationally of like $20 to try to be competitive with other businesses out there, bigger businesses that probably have shipping contracts that have deals with shippers. And so I wanted to be competitive with that. And the shipping of this particular kit to Australia ended up costing $90. So it was not good. And it was right at the beginning when I was first starting out. And so I had a small heart attack and then had to figure out how to try to make it fair. And so the way that it's set up is there's this default shipping cost, which will show up in your checkout cart. However, once I process the order, especially if you're just ordering cross stitch patterns, it's going to be a lot less than what that default shipping charge is. So then I issue a refund for any shipping overage that occurs based off of the default shipping charge. And I try to absorb what I would normally absorb for most shipping orders. Like most orders, I absorb shipping costs on. That's not uncommon to do. So I try to do the same for international orders, but I can't absorb, $70. So some people are like, oh my gosh, why is the shipping charge so high? But I'm not just shipping small stuff, I'm shipping big stuff too. And anybody can place an order online. So um, that's the way that it is. But I refund any overages. Once people understand that, then they are like, oh, well, that sounds good. And it's never a problem. It's usually the people who don't reach out and ask questions that get very upset about it. But once I can explain it to them, then they say, oh, that sounds fair. And then it's no problem after that. So don't be deterred by that. Yes, I ship to Canada quite often. Sweet Angela, you need to go lay down and take care of yourself. I am totally fine. I think I have this, it's one of those things where it's like you can't blow your nose, but you can't make it go away. So it's just sitting there. Notified this morning about the purple pin keeps. Oh, good. So you got the notification. Some warm tea, cocoa, a cozy blanket, and a chance for a nap. Rest my friends, says Brandy. I have a few more things to share with you, and then I will leave you, and you won't have to listen to this. Also restocked in the shop. This was requested through the Notify Me button. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This is by Twin Peak Primitives. And that's how that looks. So that is back in stock. And then you guys had asked, I'm sorry, I totally spaced this, but you guys had asked, we're doing the Gingerbread Village stitch along by Country Cottage Needleworks. And someone had reached out to me and said, hey, are you going to have the buttons for that? I don't know why I didn't even think about it. And I'm so glad that you asked and reminded me. So yes, I have some of the buttons in stock now, and I will get them as we get to that pattern for each month. You know what I mean? So as of right now, I have Gingerbread House 1 button, which is the one that we are working on right now in October. So this is listed in the shop. Also, I have Gingerbread House 2. So that is the one for Gingerbread House 2, which is what is gonna be shipping soon, and it's gonna be our pattern for November. And then I have the little button because I mistakenly ordered this because this one, it's listed as Gingerbread Village #1 because the train is usually the first pattern that is started on, but we started in the top left corner instead. So this is for the train pattern. So those 3 are listed in the shop, and I will continue to add. So when I order the patterns for the stitch along, I will also order the button as well. So those are super cute, and I'm glad that they are here. Invoices, really quick. Invoices, I'm still waiting on a few items that, like I said earlier, I'm hoping supposed to ship this week. They were supposed to ship last week and they didn't. And then I will start invoicing for stitch alongs for October and start getting that stuff out the door to you. And I think I told you last week for our stitch box with happiness, we're getting very close to shipping that. We're waiting on one final item. One of the second to last items arrived on Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys like it. I think it's darling. I'm really excited about it. So, as soon as the final item arrives, we're going to get those packaged up and start shipping those out the door, which hopefully should happen this week, is my hope. So keep an eye out for your shipment notification for that. That's another cute pattern. Don't forget that if you haven't heard about our floss leagues, Classic Colorworks, we have a Classic Colorworks Floss League where you can join and get a few skeins of floss each month. We also have a Weeks Dye Works Floss League, which was joined by our friend Lori. So that was super exciting. And so both of those are some fun floss leagues. I'm really excited about the floss that you guys are going to be getting this month. I was really excited about last month too. So I hope that you like this month as much as you guys like last month. So we still have openings in that. If people are interested in joining our floss leagues, please go and reserve your spot. Okay, then just a few more. This was a restock requested through the Notify Me button. This is the Gingham on the Go project bag set. You get 3 project bags in one set, 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. Gray, pink, and aqua. So this is back in stock. And then I have 2 more things. First thing, Let Freedom Ring. This is a sew-along that our Happy Little Stitcher friend Jeanette is going to be hosting through our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group starting in January. So the reservation is out there now. I just put it online this morning. And Jeanette is going to be hosting it, and I can't wait for you guys to start stitching this and see this come together. This is going to be a labor of love, but it is going to be gorgeous when people get it done. Tiny House Stitcher says, can't wait. That's my 50th birthday start. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cool to see you guys put this together. So the stitch along reservation is in the shop, and then I will put kits together and stuff like that for that. And then, as Jenny mentioned earlier, Jenny is leading, It's a really cute new um, chart by Luminous Fiber Arts. Let me see if I can find it. I haven't put the reservation out there yet because I'm trying to figure out the thread situation. But Jenny is going to be starting this one in January as well, that she's going to be hosting through our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group. And this one is called Gathering Snowflakes. It's darling. It's so cute. And this one will be opposite of the Let Freedom ring pattern, where this one will be quick and cute and done pretty fast. So this one will start in January. I will put a reservation online, hopefully soon, hopefully sooner rather than later. And then the final thing that I have that has arrived, if any of you guys were at our part of our Stitching with Lori Club and you were at our meeting on Thursday night, you have already seen this. But the bee planner has arrived for all of our stitching and quilting planning for 2022. I am so excited. Tammy, who knew the pattern I picked everyone would love so much? It's so cute. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is the Bee Planner by Lori Holt, Bee in My Bonnet Planner for 2022. Taking time to plan is never time wasted. And it comes in this adorable box. Once you open the box, there is the planner. And you guys, it has a really lovely cloth cover to it. It's got this beautiful shiny bee on the front. And I am a planner girl. I like to write stuff down. I like to have lists. I like to plan stuff. I like to have stuff in front of me so I know what's going on. So this is kind of right up my alley. Although I feel like I need to take my planning to the next level. The next level. I can't just have like a list of what I want to get accomplished in a day. I need to have like from this time to this time, I'm going to work on this. And then I need to stop. That's part of my problem is I get involved in something and I cannot stop until it is finished because I'm very goal oriented and I want to cross it off that list. So I usually work and work and work through anything in order to get stuff done. But then other stuff suffers because of it. So I feel like I need to schedule my time in periods. Like this period, I need to do this, then I need to stop it, and I need to move on to the next thing. So I need to up my planning game a little bit. So in this planner, you have sections for notes. You have, these are monthly tabs, and then you get the whole month at a glance. And then behind that monthly tab, you have some notes, some of your goals for this month. So shopping, priorities for the month, personal goals, health goals for the month. And then if you turn it again, then it's broken down by day. So the green ones you see here are December finishing up, and then the yellow starts January. And then you have a daily section where you can write down what you want to accomplish for that day. And then each month has a tab, and then at the very end, there's a section for notes right here. And you have a few pages of notes in the back, not just two, but a few. And it's covered in this really nice cloth. And at first I thought it was going to be too small, but I feel like this is the perfect size. And I'm thinking, that I will keep this box, and I will probably keep my planner in the box, and then just toss it in my bag. That's what I'm thinking about, because then I don't have to worry about the spirals getting all dented or bent up. I mean, it just depends, I guess. We'll see. I might keep it in the box. I might not. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to be using it to make lots of fabulous 2022 plans. So these are in the shop, and I hope that you guys will grab a planner. Home safe now, says Jennifer. Not chatting and driving. I love planners too. Hubby has tried to get me to go digital, but I like writing stuff down and checking it off, and I love a pencil. Yes, I love writing stuff down. I still go digital, like, our whole family is digital, so everybody can add stuff to our calendar and everybody knows what's going on. Everybody can see everybody's calendar, but I still like to have stuff written down. I just do. I don't think that's ever gonna change. Doesn't matter how digital the world becomes. I don't think that's ever gonna change. So I'm really excited about this. I wasn't super excited about it, but now that I see it, I'm much more excited about it. It's a nice planner. It's a very nice planner. So I hope you guys will get it and do some stitchy and quilty planning with me. Okay, let's do the giveaway quick, and then I will let you lovely people go. Okay, so our prize for this week was or is these are patterns by Annie B's Folk Art. Country Christmas 1. These are so cute. Country Christmas 2 and Country Christmas 3. So this is the prize for this week. And in order to be entered into the prize drawing that the random drawer did, you needed to comment on last week's video and answer the question that I left in the comment in the description of the video from last week. So do the same thing this week, although I don't have a prize pulled, but there's a question in the description. And if you could just comment your answer to that question, that would be fabulous. Please remember to give us a thumbs up on this video. Please remember to subscribe to our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. Please remember to follow Happy Little Stitch Shop on Instagram and Facebook. And let me show you who won this little bundle of Country Christmas cross stitch charts. The winner for this week, Susan Harrington. Congratulations, Susan! You have won these 3 Country Christmas cross stitch charts. So please email me at happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com to claim your prize, Susan. I would love to get these in the mail and send them off to you. So please send me an email to claim that prize. And then I will see you guys hopefully on Thursday. So please, on the schedule for this week is Thursday, our regular quilting live stream at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then on Friday, we are scheduled to have our next Happy Little Stitch Hour. And we're looking to have it at 11 o'clock in the morning. So 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, which would be noon Eastern Time and 9 Pacific Time and 10 o'clock Mountain Time. So hopefully you can join me or plan to join me on Friday for a little bit of stitching time together. And hopefully I will see you on Thursday for our quilting live stream. You guys, you'll have a great week. And Angela, I'll see you Thursday. I hope your runny nose doesn't turn into a cold. Me too, Sandy. So you guys have a fabulous week. Thank you so, so much for joining me today and putting up with my stuffiness. Sorry about that. I hope that it goes away and it'll be better Thursday. But thank you so much for being here with me. I really, really appreciate it. Have a great week. I will see you on Thursday. Happy stitching, everyone. Take care.